a school like Evanston with nearly 3,000 students, as great as the people are working with them and the counselors and the College Career Center, there just needs to be more focused attention, and we find that this population that we're targeting especially needs more of that guidance, that preparation.
Evanston Scholars prides itself in serving some extremely well-deserving students. Low income, high potential, multicultural, first generation, all of them need our services, and that's where we direct our effort. Evanston Scholars inducts students during their junior year, in those formative years where they're really getting college on their mind. We help them see themselves as successful college students someday, and we give them a very rigorous litany of programming that helps them steer their path towards the college that is the best fit for them. We take them on college visits, give them one-on-one college interviews, take them to college fairs. They meet all kinds of admissions representatives. We have very rigorous ACT preparatory classes that last for 6 weeks, and we even have them apply to colleges extra early to make sure that they have plenty of time to find those best fits.
There's not many organizations that actually stay with kids while they're in college. And we found that to be a critical piece, because as finances go up and other issues arise, kids, when they hit obstacles, sometimes aren't so prepared to deal with those obstacles and challenges.
Even things like interviewing for success, how to dress, how to ask the critical questions. Our programming is broad to address every aspect that we can think of college preparation, to make our students excellent consumers of their own college.
You know, really it's about supporting our students in Evanston and, you know, giving them the opportunity to make the best of their life. I think a lot of people see a need in Evanston, especially I know people who went to high school in Evanston, you know, saw a lot of kids that they went to high school with struggle in college and after college, you know, not having a good fit.
Coming from Evanston, we think that life is sugar-coated and you have everything at your fingertips, but one of the things we don't realize is life outside of Evanston. And the key thing that we have to realize that a lot of students don't get to explore and the opportunities of growing and becoming what they really want to be. And so coming from a single parent household, I had the education, I had the drive to want to do something different. I just didn't have the resources. And I think one of the key elements to Evanston Scholars is that it is a resource and it helps students get to where they want to go. And it's a program that doesn't stick with you just for 1 year. You're with this person for 5 years of their life.
Before I entered Evanston Scholars, I was incredibly shy. Didn't like talking, didn't really like communicating, but when I did the interview, I got so comfortable with the whole atmosphere and with everybody in Evanston Scholars, I was able to be myself, and I think that's one thing I really needed, because with that, I was able to get into more colleges than I would ever imagine. I also found the right school, found the right distance, and I became a better person.
A good fit school will really help a student graduate college. There's a lot of reasons students drop out, but you know, really one of the main reasons is financial. So one of the things that we really focus on is helping students find a school that's going to give them the most scholarships and really make it financially feasible for them to graduate.
For example, in our recent class of 14, 11 out of 14 got full ride scholarships, and they got awarded nearly $2 million. So we provide the resources and the guidance so that kids will get half rides or full rides, so that when they go to school, they aren't paying $40,000, $50,000 a year.
All these kids are so smart. We're reaching a target market that just wants to do something great for themselves, their families, and our community of Evanston.
With over 4,000 colleges in the United States, it's an overwhelming task to find the right school. We want the best fit financially, academically, socially. All of those things count, and we hope that we find the school that helps our students not only matriculate, but also graduate from a four-year college.
You know, a mentor at Evanston Scholars does a variety of things. I think the biggest part of being a mentor is building a relationship. and you're building this relationship with a student who doesn't know really what they want to do, but they know how they want to get there.
There's so many deadlines, there's so many details, and so that's a lot of what our mentors do. And it can be, an email, a text, a call, but hey, there's this deadline coming up, or have you submitted that yet? It's also, helping them look through, their essays and reading through essays and giving comments and edits and stuff like that.
My name is Leslie Cornell, and I currently attend Amherst College. Evanston Scholars helped me, feel more confident. That was the thing that I can most remember from my first years of experience with Evanston Scholars. I remember I was always really intimidated to go to College Career Center. I didn't know anybody. I wouldn't have gone unless I knew somebody, which Evanston Scholars they put me in contact with Miss Airy. To this day, I still speak to my mentor. She gives me tons of advice. She's hooked me up with internships. When in college, I was really homesick, and I could just talk to her about it, and it was really nice. She's also a Latino woman, and she's an engineer, and I just think she's awesome, and she's always there for me.
My favorite aspect of Evanston Scholars is having someone there for me, whether it be Miss Baker, my mentor, or another mentee, on the phone, an email, a Facebook group, or just having someone that I can talk to about a problem I'm having.
I love my mentor. She's I consider her like my big sister, and I'm the oldest one in my family. So to have someone like her is just it's a blessing, because we email and text and message, but the cool part about it is that she also mails me, literally writes me letters in the mail. I like writing poetry, and then she likes writing, and it's the personal connections that we have. We're both Latinas, and then it's so easy for me and her and my parents to connect and talk about college.
I think Evanston Scholars is definitely a family. I feel like we all lift each other up when we're down, and we know the stresses and burdens. And
Evanston Scholars was not just a family, but a group of people with a like mind that can, come together and get a goal accomplished, which was, get into great schools and go to great schools.
Evanston Scholars prepare the students for success. And that's the goal of this program, is to prepare these students for success.
When I think of our group, I think of them as like a family, but it's just like a community. Like, these are the people I go to if I really need something, and I know they're gonna be on top of what I need, and they're gonna pull through.
I sat down at the table, and they literally just handed me a letter and said, "We want you on our campus, and we'd love to see you." And that happened at each of the schools that I went to. And afterwards, I was literally in tears. I was speechless. I was excited. I ended up calling my mom, and she started crying on the spot. So it's just an amazing experience.
Through the self-confidence that they've built and all of the tools that they've gained in college knowledge preparation, they not only survive on campuses all over the United States, they thrive at those campuses.
Well, I know I'm going to graduate. It's not an issue. I just, again, having people there for me is a big thing. And just people rooting for me, I think, is awesome.
I think that with very little investment of time and money, we are making a huge impact, a lifelong impact on students, and not only students, but their families, and really it could be for generations to come.
It's even been more rewarding than I thought when I started, mostly because I knew there was a need, but there really is a great need for this. In our fantastic community of Evanston, we all come together. Mentors, donors, staff members, families, to provide a network of support for our fantastic, deserving kids. At Evanston Scholars, we make it happen.